What's up, my little tattletales? So what's up, Sussex Squad? Y'all, the coronation is upon us, and there is so much news coming out of it, not the least of which, now they're speaking on the dead queen, saying in her time when she was dying, she called Meghan one word, evil. Yeah, I'm sure that's what the dying queen was thinking as she laid to rest. Y'all, we have to get into this. First of all, let's talk facts. Yes, I will be live streaming the coronation, or it'll be taped. It doesn't matter. Tomorrow is going to be a heavy upload day, because if the king and queen Camilla right side hushy political what do you call it, Camilla is so politically savvy. Literally, she went from being nothing to being the Queen of England. If she wasn't so evil, I would give her props. But you know the fashion is going to be the mess. If you don't know, Charles and Camilla just did their first garden party. Baby, let's get a look at what we can expect from the girlies. This was their first garden party. Apparently, that's a big deal. Look at this mess. Look what Camilla has on. Y'all, what in the Rumpelstiltskin? Camilla looks like the evil witch, right? That's trying to come up to you, acting all cool, talking about some opinion for yourself, please. And you're just looking like, no, thank you. I would like my soul. Camilla looks like she is looking for babies to suck their life force out of. Literally, like, on some Voldemort. Look at this Mad Hatter mess. Now, Camilla's never been stylish, right? And good for her for wearing a hat that shades half of her face. But look at this mess. I will say Charles looks good. And the fact that he doesn't, but he doesn't look like a GD fool like Camilla. And you know what the funny thing is? Kate is sitting there literally looking at Meghan's lookbook, trying to think how to outdress Camilla. Imagine seeing this hot mess expressed on your screen, and you got to figure out a way to outdress them. This is what we have to look forward to. This is going to be the girl who wakes the girlies up. This is who Kate's competing with, because 9 times out of 10, sometimes Camilla does beat Kate. Y'all, this is going to be a mess of a coronation. Look at them. I will be live streaming it or taping. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be a heavy upload day. You know the looks are going to be mad. Side note, everybody is so mad because a lot of the Windsors, Charles is not inviting to the coronation, but all of Camilla's bloodline is going to be. Why do you think that is? It's almost as if Charles wants to set up Camilla's family as an alternate royal court. That, again, I'll say it once and I say it again. I know what you guys are saying. Oh my God, you would need Parliament. Listen, the British Parliament, okay, Brexit. Ain't nothing not possible on the table. But also to the fact of, I think Camilla learned something from Diana where she was like, okay, fine. The queen was the queen, but you had the people's heart. She really thinks her and her little horsey kids, what do you call her foals, right? Like, what do you call baby horsies? She really thinks her colts and foals and whatever are going to embrace the hearts of the people. Y'all keep on wishing. Look at this, and look at Sophie's tacky self. You know they are going to look so bad tomorrow. Like, this literally looks like an episode of Absolute. Look at Sophie. Checker Dom looking like, and on top of that, Sophie, you literally kissed butt, scrimp scrape, had Lady Eloise with Philip every day taking driving lessons, probably bored out of her mind, right? Learning to drive a horse and carriage, and this is all you got? But I see why they were so mad at Meghan. Meghan can get up. You know what I would like to see one day? Is Meghan ever going to wear her natural hair? I actually want to see her walking out looking like a lion. I think that would destroy them, to literally be like, oh, yes, behold, your mixed race relative. But honestly, right? Forget about whether Meghan's hair is curly or straight. We all know Meghan loves straight hair. She's not down with the curly. But my whole point of the matter is Meghan could show up literally after dropping Archie off at his play date with jam fingerprints and mustard stains on her jeans and still show them up. I get why they couldn't stand that. It was too much. It was too much. It was like a meteor crashed to earth. And even though it gave you, this is, again, Meteors crash the earth. And even though it gets everybody in the village superpowers, some people don't know what to do with those superpowers and they go crazy. That is what happened when Meghan showed up at the royal court. They didn't know what to do with her. They did not know what to do with her. Look at this mess. All right, so listen. Also, I do want to point out that, let's get to the article because this is funny. All right. They are sinking low. And do you think they feel any type of way that it's a day before Charles's coronation and they literally are engaging in a press thing for Meghan? I don't think they understand how the press works in the US. Like, you guys are single-handedly making sure that Meghan and Harry get top dollar. If you guys would just shut up about them, they would go away. Now, I know that's a lie. Meghan and Harry aren't going anywhere because they are crowd favorites. They are beloved. But just let them think that, right? But that's probably why they haven't shut up, because they know that if Harry and Meghan, if they shut up about Harry and Meghan, it's going to soar. Get this. They said this is the Queen's shocking one-word Meghan Markle insult. Months before she died, the Queen is said to have called Meghan Markle one word. It's quite extraordinary. Listen to this. As far as the newest crop of rebels go, they don't have a beret between them. Probably think the Little Red Book is the drinks list on Wolseley, and the only thing they've ever protested is Tony Blair's fox hunting ban. Because I didn't even understand that last paragraph. I guess that was just some insight, like upper echelon. I want to stop saying upper echelon. People that think that they rank their humor, right? It's like, yeah, anyway. Please eat the rich. Anyway, they're not even rich. That's the funny thing about aristos in the UK. Half of them don't have a pot to nothing in, and they still want to sit there and look down. I'll tell you. Anyway, they said, because something curious would seem to be afoot in the UK right now. A crop of unbelievably well-connected sorts. The upper crust. That means they look like this. And they talk like this. And they dress like Camilla, right? The most upper of the upper crust and people who belong to the royal family inner circle have started giving interviews. Now, first of all, you're giving an interview on what a dead woman said. I mean, it's clever because nobody can confirm or deny it happened. I think, however, it didn't happen. Do you know why? Because if it did, they would have tell that to the Sun, the Daily Mail. It would have been on the Kensington Royal Instagram. The Queen called Meghan evil. Y'all really think they would have held on to that tidbit? Please. Anyway, right? Especially considering that one of the Queen's biographers, I think a book just dropped, said that the Queen liked Meghan immediately and was a big fan of Doria Ragland. A huge fan of Doria Ragland. I mean, come on, right? Now, get this. They said not because they've gone rogue or the Daily Mail has waved a big fat paycheck in front of their pasty faces, or because they had few too many glasses of claret and got on the blower to some private eye columnist. I can't keep up with this breakers. Like, anyway, let me shut up because I'm the original person that beats around the bush. So go ahead, make your metaphors. They said, okay, let's just get into this, right? A source has told the Spectator's Kara Kennedy, at the drinks before the dinner, a small group were talking to the monarch. That's the Queen, right? And she explained that Harry meeting Meghan had become a complete catastrophe and described her as evil. By this point, we all knew the Queen's health was in decline and she had months left. She seemed regretful about how things had panned out. Let me get this straight. We're supposed to believe that the Queen, while she's looking at death, was focused on Meghan and Harry. And this is the same Queen that literally gave them a position of honor in her Jubilee, let them strut down the runway, sat them in front, met with Lilibet, had secret meetings, angered her courtiers. That Queen was calling Meghan evil. Sure. You know what they say, right? Two can keep a secret if only one of them is dead. And, well, yeah, the Queen's dead. Anyway, right? By this point, we all knew the Queen's health. By this point, y'all all knew the Queen's health Hold on, guys. I just read something. The Queen's health was going. Now, mind you, she didn't call Camilla evil, the girl that really destroyed the monarchy. She didn't call Charles stupid and short-sighted, the guy that really destroyed the monarchy. She didn't comment on anything except for Meghan Markle. Okay. Moreover, oh, there's more, y'all. They said that they were all shocked. They gasped. Oh, why does it seem like a scene out of Masterpiece Theater, right? Or a Game of Clue? Okay, like, listen. She seemed regretful about how things had panned out. Everybody's eyebrows hit the ceiling. Except Kate's. If Kate was there, Kate's eyebrows would have been like, you know how Kate, I figured out what's wrong for her face. Kate gets like the thing where they're like, no, it's natural looking Botox, but that only works when you're very, very young and you don't have a face full of wrinkles. Because right now, Kate leaves this part unbotoxed so she can have expression. Kate somehow thinks that her expressions are her secret charm. But it just ends up looking like, you know, just, yeah, you know, Kate's face. Anyway, let's get into this. And I say all this to say, if you want to get Botox, if you want to mess with your face, I say all for it. But I think there's a caveat. Can you make it look good? I mean, the rest of us have to look at this. Can you make it look good? Yes or no? If the answer is no, we're going to be talking about you. Anyway, let's get into this, right? Everybody's eyebrows hit the ceiling. Oh, you don't say. It was out of character for the Queen. Yeah, so out of character, it seems like it didn't happen. It was out of character for the Queen to use such a word as evil to describe Meghan. She saw straight through her. It was a startling sentence to hear from the most forgiving woman on this earth. What else did the Queen say? Did she say Meghan stinks? She stole, like, what? Her shoes, her dogs? Like, what else did the Queen say? However, there are other voices with the crispest of vowels and plummiest of accents who have been lobbing other anti-sexist grenades at the palace. Lord Nicholas Solms, who cares about these people? One of Charles's longtime friends and Winston Churchill's grandson gave a radio interview and described Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex's decision to write his Take No Prisoners memoir Spare as the cruelest behavior. Well, in respect to Prince Harry, I think it's the most tragic. I mean, I can't put myself in that position where my own son, if he did something like that to me, it would be the cruelest and one would mind. Of course, the king is a very, very sad, tragic. It was a terrible blow. You guys, listen. Let me tell y'all something. This is all they can do. This is all they can do to drum up interest for the coronation. This is how you're going to make everybody hate Meghan, by saying a dead queen. You care so much about the Queen felt, but Charles is literally kicking out Angela Kelly, and I condone that. I love seeing Angela Kelly suffer because she seems perfectly horrible. You're kicking out Angela Kelly. You sold all the Queen's racehorses. You fired half her advisors. You couldn't stand your mother. You couldn't stand your father either. Philip was incredibly cruel to Charles. Philip came from a eugenics family, if you didn't know. He looked at Charles as a disgusting, weak genetic anomaly. At least this is what sources are saying. He hated the fact that Charles was so sensitive. He couldn't believe he had such a weak, pathetic person as a son. Now, I'm not saying Charles was weak and pathetic. I'm saying this is the way royal sources say that Philip viewed Charles. That's half of Charles's insecurities. But also, the Queen wasn't that particularly close to Charles. Their personalities didn't fit. My whole point is, all these things happen with Camilla, with Charles, with this, with that, and all the Queen was thinking about before she died was Meghan. And you mean to tell us that the Queen, a few months before she died, when we all know she was bedridden? Man, listen, I guess. All I can say is this all you have, trying to make Meghan the villain and a bunch of people that look like this and dress like that? Man, please. I'm with Meghan, her smirk right there in the background. Harry, I don't know why. That's why Meghan has a serene and Harry's so mad. Harry, you are still emotionally attached to these people, right? Meghan, on the other hand, knows, baby, it's onward and upwards. Let's just look at this picture right here, because this really was the Last Supper. Harry was so mad. Kate and William They thought that they had banished them and thought they were on their way up. Little they know they'd actually have to do their work. Look at the Camilla. She's so happy. And the king. Look, Harry's emotionally invested. He's very, very sad. But if you look at Meghan, she knew. She knows. I think she knows. She knows. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Listen, Google J. Cole. She knows. It's a banger. I think she knows. Meghan, congratulations for Meghan and Harry growing and glowing. And one thing I do know, Charles is going to have that one Saturday because it's a press weekend and Meghan's not going to drop anything on the press weekend. But baby, as soon as it is over, ooh-wee! Meghan's project, y'all, she's going to be stunting. I would say like her daddy, but she's going to be stunting like a mammy. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget, we're doing the coronation fashion roast because, baby, ain't no party like a... Anyway, y'all, let me get off. This is going to be a heavy upload day. I'll do a double upload. Okay, bye.